Before you spend luxury cruise money on Explora Journeys, there is something that you need to know. These ships are owned by MSC. So does Explora deliver a completely different luxury experience, or are you paying a luxury price for an MSC cruise? I've sailed with Explora Journeys multiple times, and the answer is not what most travelers assume. Yes, Explora Journeys is owned by the MSC Group. It was created as the company's dedicated luxury lifestyle brand, with its own ships, leadership restaurants, design, and approach to service. Think of a major hotel company that owns several different brands. The same parent company might own a large family resort and an intimate five-star hotel. The financial ownership is connected, but the experiences are designed for completely different travelers. That is what MSC has done with Explora Journeys. MSC Cruises is a mainstream cruise line known for its large, energetic ships. Depending on the ship, you can find water slides, enormous theaters, busy pool decks, several cabin classes, and thousands of passengers. Explora feels a little bit more like a modern luxury resort that happens to travel between destinations. The first difference is space. Explora's ships carry roughly 900 guests rather than several thousands, and every accommodation is an oceanfront suite with a private terrace. Even the entry-level ocean terrace suite feels more like a beautifully designed hotel room than a traditional cruise cabin. The ships have several pools, expansive outdoor decks, and smaller lounges and seating areas throughout the ship. Guests spread out naturally, so the ship rarely feels crowded. Dining is another major difference. On Explora, nearly all the restaurants are included. You can dine at Fil Rouge, Sakura, Marvel & Company Grill, Med Yacht Club, and the European Marketplace without an additional charge. In-suite dining is included too, along with wines, champagnes, cocktails, premium spirits, specialty coffees, Wi-Fi, and gratuities. Anthology carries an additional fee, along with certain rare wines and special culinary experiences. But you do not need to spend extra money to eat extremely well on board. The atmosphere is also completely different from what many people associate with the large MSC ships. Explora does not have a traditional formal night. The suggested style is elegant, resort casual, and guests look polished, but you do not need a tuxedo, evening gown, or an extra suitcase filled with a bunch of formal clothing. The entertainment is more intimate. You'll find live music, smaller performances, enrichment, and beautiful social spaces, but not enormous production shows or a nonstop schedule of organized activities. There are also fewer announcements. Nobody is constantly interrupting your day to promote another sale, activity, or bingo. The experience feels calmer. And Explora is not simply the MSC Yacht Club expanded into the entire ship. The Yacht Club is a private luxury enclave within a much larger MSC ship. You receive a beautiful suite, private dining, and exclusive spaces, but when you leave the Yacht Club, you're still entering a large mainstream cruise ship. On Explora, the entire ship is a luxury experience, and you're not moving between two completely different environments. There are, however, a few similarities. Both brands have a strong European influence and attract an international mix of travelers. And both welcome families, and Explora can feel slightly younger, more relaxed, and livelier than traditional luxury lines such as Regent, Seabourn, or Silver Sea. So if you want old school formality, Explora might be too casual, but if you want luxury without feeling stiff or over ceremonial, the relaxed atmosphere is part of its appeal. MSC ownership may also be one of Explora's greatest advantages. Building an entirely new fleet requires enormous financial strength, global infrastructure, and shipbuilding experiences. Explora benefits from the MSC Group's resources and its brand identity. So does Explora Journeys feel like an MSC cruise? My honest answer is no. You can recognize some shared European DNA, but the design, space, dining, service, inclusions, and overall pace feels completely different. Explora Journeys is not simply MSC Cruises with nicer cabins. It feels as though MSC created an entirely new luxury brand. So don't judge it by the name, judge it by the experience it delivers. If you have questions about Explora Journeys, ask me below in the comments, and please subscribe. Would knowing that MSC owns Explora make you more or less likely to book it? Tell me in the comments.